Alrighty, well today we are checking out Nevel Meade Country Club and Golf Course. We just played 9 holes.
Yeah, it's in the Nevel Meade. It's we say country club. It's in Nevel Meade Estates, but it's a public course, so anybody can play. With you don't have to have a member, know a member. It's a links course, which if you know what that is, it's a Scottish course where they have heavy grass, out of bounds areas. So you got to kind of keep it straight, or you're gonna lose a ball or two. How many balls do you lose?
3 or 4.
Yeah, me too.
A couple. A couple. Yeah.
Yeah, we won't talk about that. So, but anyway, like I said, if you're looking for real estate, there's nothing better than Oldham County. I live in the edge of Crestwood on the other side, and Oldham County is known for its great public schools. So if you're looking for a new home or you're coming relocating to Kentucky, Prospect is a high desired area, especially on the Oldham County side. You have North Oldham Middle School or North Oldham High School and Middle School. My kids all go to South Oldham High School. They're one of the higher ranked schools in the state of Kentucky. So a lot of people just move out here just for the schools. So if you have a young family, great homesteads, you can look for homes anywhere in the $250,000 range to upwards of $1.5 million or more. So you have all kinds of great real estate out here, just opportunities. And again, like I said, if you're looking for great schools, it's the place to be.
Yeah. Well, and it's also getting to Nevel Meade. We drove through Crestwood, LaGrange area. Well, not quite LaGrange, but Crestwood, Prospect area, Highway 42, Brownsboro Road, and that is a very, it's country, kind of out in the country, but it's like kind of your upper end country. Like things have been taken care of, the grass is cut, but you're still got multiple acres of land. Yeah, you have lots of property. You have lots of establishments. Like I said, you got Nevel Meade Estates. You have all kinds of things, out here. You got all kinds of neighborhoods in and around Crestwood. I live in Kentucky Acres, and it has great. Everybody has an acre or two, so a lot of your homesteads out here, and harbor the land as well. So you don't just get a cookie cutter neighborhood type style where you just get all kinds of great bang for your buck, and you just get great homes. But like I said, Prospect, you're probably looking at more of the upper end range of probably $400,000 plus homes. In most of Prospect, you do have a new neighborhood. Yeah, there's a newer neighborhood on the edge. It's considered actually LaGrange, which is another part of Oldham County. One of my good neighbors, and actually I'm baseball coaching with a gentleman. They got a brand new subdivision out there that's going in, and the homes in there range from about $600,000 to $850,000. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, and a lot of not all of them are on septic, but a lot of them are on septic, and so the reason that they have like an acre or 2 acres is because of the zoning requirements to have a septic tank for that area and that neighborhood and the soil tests and all that fun stuff. So a lot of them do have, an acre, maybe 2 acres, just because they need that for the septic tank system, which makes it nice, but it's one of the hidden benefits of having septic tank is you have to have a certain amount of land.
Yeah, and the one thing about septic is, if you're like, septic tank, most time it's pretty self-maintained. You only got to empty it about every 6 to 10 years if you treat it right. So, you don't have to worry about it. And guess what? For all the folks that are maybe in our area and live in the city of Louisville, I know my dad's water bill over the last 10 years is about tripled, if not quadrupled, because MSD has started charging you more for your sewage. So out here, you just pay for true water. My average water bill with a family of 5 is about $30 a month.
It's not bad at all.
No.
It's cheap.
Just tell the kids to quit taking long showers.
Yeah.
I have 3 teenage boys. 2 of them think they're pretty.
I think I'm pretty too, so I can't say anything. So here in, what's cool about this is probably maybe 10 minutes away from your Norton Commons area.
in Norton Commons area, you're basically, I don't want to say it's downtown living, but it's sort of downtown living. It's a neighborhood, but it's got restaurants, it's got shopping centers, it's got a whole bunch of stuff going on inside of the neighborhood. There's a couple bars that you can kind of hop from.
Lots of restaurants, lots of, there's a park there. We, check out some videos that we already done about. We've done a couple of videos about Norton Commons.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, but to be able to go from there to jump to here is, it's 10 minutes and you're at a golf course that you can play. I think with cart rental, it was $35 a person for both of us. So it wasn't
not too
crazy.
Not too terrible. And then what was the other golf course out in Prospect? That's another public course.
Sleepy Hollow.
Sleepy Hollow.
We need to play that one as well.
You have Oldham County Golf Club. It says it's a golf club or country club. It's a public country club. It's not, you don't have to have a membership there to play. And it's just right down the road, not too terribly far. It's right past Oldham County High School. So it's not too terribly far away either. So if you're a golf lover, you have those golf options. And then of course you got plenty of built-in country clubs inside and around the Prospect area and all over to the east end of Louisville. You have Lake Forest, you have
Hunting Creek. Got,
there's a whole bunch of them.
Persimmon Ridge. We're going to try.
You
to
even
do
have
some
a
more
decent,
videos
nice public course at Long Run Park.
Yeah, we need to play that too.
Yeah, Long Run Park is a great, probably one of the most well-maintained, public parks for the city of Louisville. It's on the very, very edge that the city of Louisville takes care of, and it's kind of hidden nook. It's got a little pond, lake, whatever you want to call it.
Fully stocked.
Yeah, it's got fish. You can fish, but they have a golf course there as well, and lots of things to do for your family. So again, and that's what the city of Louisville as a whole is known for, its public parks. There's Iroquois Park. There's Shawnee Golf Course, and there's parks down in downtown west end of Louisville. There's just all kinds of little things in and around Louisville that just make it a gem. And again, we call it the smallest big city for a reason, because you got a lot of the big city amenities from the arts. You got bourbon tastings, you got lots of food fair. You just got so much to do in and around Louisville. But again, when you become a part of Louisville, it's a 3 degrees of separation, man. You find somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. Because it's just not as big as you really think it is when it comes to cities, even though it's listed because of they encompass the whole county of Jefferson. It's listed as like one of the, around the 25th biggest cities in the country. But again, we have the Yum Center, so we now get national concerts in here. We have one of the biggest and best state fairs in the country. Kentucky, a little fun fact for you. We have, we're one of the biggest beef producers, if not, maybe I thought it said I learned it at the fair, the biggest beef producers east of the Mississippi. Really? So, little fun fact for you.
I did not know that one. That's cool. Obviously, we have a bunch of bourbon stuff here that, obviously it's Kentucky, so you're going to have plenty of stuff to do bourbon with.
You can check out Bullet. We went there. We did a tour there. Check out the video for Bullet. We went and did a tour and tasting and saw the distillery there in Shelby County.
Yeah, and that's probably less than 30 minutes away from here. So, it's a very drivable area. You can be at bourbon distilleries, golf courses, downtown. Downtown's probably 30 to 45 minutes depending on traffic here.
And traffic here, if you're used to your big cities like Atlanta and New York and LA, to get from one place to the other, or one side of the city to the other, you're not stuck, unless you're just stuck in a crash or you're just stuck in the middle of rush hour. In most, if you're just on a regular Saturday and you're just trying to go out from one end of town to the other, or if you live out here in the outskirts, Oldham County is just northeast of Louisville, you're looking at a 20 to 30 minute route depending on what part of Oldham County you're in to the heart of downtown. You just get the closest you can get to 71 and straight into downtown you are, with all the stuff with Slugger Field. We just brought we have a pro football team here now for the UFL with the Louisville Kings. We have pro soccer with Louisville FC. They play in the same venue. You have affiliate of the Reds, the AAA, the Bats, ranked one of the best family fun things to do. You know, it's really geared at family. They always have family event nights and different things going on there. They'll let you bring your dogs in, you know, in various times of the year, just to make it accessible and to make it, like I said, make it fun for anybody that wants to come.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a very open city in terms of opportunities as well as things to do, and just, yeah, I mean, there's always an event going on. Waterfront Wednesdays are coming back to Louisville, so right downtown they're going to do live music.
We're the home of the
Wednesday.
Kentucky Derby, so Derby's right around the corner. We're about to kick it off with Thunder Over Louisville with the biggest fireworks show in the country. It goes usually 2 weeks before Derby. This year it's April 18th. You know, so we have an air show where they bring in lots of fighter planes and just different airplanes that do different things, just to not make it where, you know, you're watching all kinds of things. They have all kinds of fun festive things going on. Again, I was talking about the Bat Stadium. It's right there. They offer you know, you to come watch a game usually, sometimes maybe even a concert, and watch the fireworks. Just depends on what they got going on. Same thing with Lynn Family Stadium. I was just there for an FC game. They were advertising for their part of Thunder, just to have a place where you have a restroom and you have some amenities and you have a great view of the biggest fireworks show in the country.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, and then on top of that, like we mentioned Churchill Downs, but I think something that people don't realize is, you know, it's not just the Derby. Like, they run from April till the end of fall, and it's not really that expensive to go down there.
They have a little break in the summer, or the end part of summer, so once they get through, you know, the Derby, they run for about another month and a half. They take a little break and then pick back in the fall and run all the way to November. And again, they have twilight nights. You know, they've redone the whole place. You know, it seems like every year it seems like they're redoing something there.
Oh, yeah.
But again, you know, so if you like horse racing, you know, you got that. Yeah, it's not
cheap. I was looking at getting my mom tickets for Mother's Day because they do a Mother's Day event, and I think it was $10 to $15 a seat for Mother's Day, which I've honestly never been down to Churchill Downs to watch horses race, which sounds weird because I grew up here, I live here.
Yeah, we got. We're gonna break this guy in.
Yeah, eventually I'll kind of.
I'm usually there for a week and a half solid from Derby week, and then, you know, the week after.
We need to do a video on it, so that gives me a reason to go and.
He's going now.
Yeah, you know. We're going this this spring. We'll be going right after Derby, but Derby is for the locals. We joke that it's not really for the locals. So Derby Day isn't for the locals. There's Thurby, which is the Thursday before. There's Oaks, which is the Friday before, and then Saturday is Derby. Now they're starting to do stuff on Wednesday as well. So then it
starts from Tuesday on. You know, so they got, you know, it just builds up from there. You know, Tuesday probably has 10, 15, 20,000 people, and then it builds all the way up through, and the crowd just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And then Derby has anywhere, depending on the weather, 100 to 150 to 200,000 people. You know, so it just really depends, because guess what? The good thing about Kentucky, the bad thing about Kentucky, you get all 4 seasons, and in the spring, we've had snow on Derby Day, believe it or not, but then we've had 85 degrees and you're getting sunburned. You know, so you just, you know, don't know what Mother Nature's going to deal us.
Yeah. Well, last week we had snow last week, and we were also 80 degrees last week. And it was back-to-back days. So one day we had snow and it was 20 degrees, and the next day we had 80-degree weather, and everybody was running around in shorts and t-shirt and
that's that was in early March.
Yeah.
So you just never know what you just never know what you're going to get. So when you lived here, it just becomes second nature. But again, you can look behind us, you see the rolling hills. We got grass. You know, Kentucky is a beautiful place, especially for the greenery. And like I said, you get all 4 seasons, so you get the flowers and the trees blooming in the spring. You know, it's just that time of year to harbor it all in. You know, to get to see everything to start to blossom and turn back in. And you know, hey, you want to be outside, and who doesn't like to come out and hit a golf ball, even if you can't hit it straight like I can.
This was the first time I played golf since I was 7, so he did a lot better than I did. I just kind of smacked the ball
like that much.
I just kind of smacked the ball and enjoyed the weather and this landscape. That was about all I did. So
you brought the cigars though. That's all that matters.
I did bring the cigars, but he brought the bourbon, so it was kind of a match.
Win-win. Win-win.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, if we can help out, if you're thinking about moving to Louisville or have questions on Louisville, if we can help out, I'm Spencer Lowe with United Real Estate Louisville. I'd love to talk to you about Louisville, different areas that you should check out when you come into town. If you're thinking about moving here, that way you can drive through some areas, based on what you tell me. If you tell me you want downtown living, I'll give you a handful of areas for downtown living. If you want, and price points, obviously, but tell me what you're looking for and we can get you kind of started and pointed in the right direction in terms of what areas I'd recommend checking out, because Louisville has a lot of different areas. I mean, we've got a very diverse.
We got something for everybody, man. We got your first time home buying price points with people just getting started in their careers. So if you're only making $50,000 to $75,000, $100,000 or less a year, there's a price point for that in Louisville. There's a price point for the people that are, elevated in their careers and making 6+ figures and have been making it for a long time and got 2 incomes of 6 figures. There's something for everybody here. It's still a very affordable place to live. That's why I think a lot of people are drawn here. Yeah. Again, we have a lot of other big corporations that come in and around here because of UPS being one of its centralized hubs. So distribution of any sort is very easy because we got one of the biggest national hubs right here in Louisville, Kentucky. So UPS has made us a staple for people with those kind of things that need to ship things in and around the country or around the world. You got UPS Worldport right here.
Yeah, I mean, we do the prime drinks for Logan Paul. We do Reynolds aluminum foil. That's tip of the iceberg, but there's so many more industrial stuff that we manufacture here. And in terms of housing, we have you can go anywhere from condo living downtown if you want to be close to everything, all the way out to Acreage and still be within Louisville. Obviously, price point dependent. Depends on what you're looking for. You're probably not going to find 10 acres in the city for $150,000, but if you're depending on what you're looking for and the price point, we can typically find something for you.
And again, we have a lot of people that relocate here that come from the big cities where they go, wow, I can get that for that, where
they're taking their equity out and just paying cash.
It's $1 million where they were, and it's $500,000-$600,000 here, and it's 10 times what they had where they were, and they just sometimes can't believe the bang for your buck versus some of the outskirts of the country, the east and the west coast, we call it. So let us know. Again, Spencer Lowe with United Real Estate. Michael Shad. I'm Shad Loans, powered by the Loan Factory, mortgage broker. I have 240 lenders. I can do anything from no money down doctor loans to no money down first time home buying loans to I have jumbo loans and going to have some of the best rates in the country. So we have a best price guarantee. So come, let me see what's, again, my goal is always to find what's best for you. So just let me know what I can do to help.
Absolutely. Alrighty. Well, we will see you in the next one. And we are probably going to go check out Derby and a handful more golf courses, because why not?
Yeah. Check us on the next video. See you soon.